So guys, welcome back to the channel like always. Today I have the Soundcore by Anker P30i's. Now these are jam-packed with features for a $49.99 price tag, so it is definitely affordable. But the good news is right now, if you order this, you can actually get it on Amazon for about $34 or so online. And after taxes and fees, and I do same day delivery, it was under $40 for everything. Now, again, I love Soundcore products for the people out there. This was not sent to me. I actually purchased it myself, so don't worry. It's a full-blown review of just me, my personal thoughts, and what I think of this actual device. So with that being said, let's unbox this together and see if this is actually worth the asking price. So while I'm pulling this outside of the packet, let's talk a little bit of specifications. So this actually has 10 hours of battery life, 45 inside the case. It does reduce itself a little bit if you end up using the ANC mode, which actually uses, I believe it's 7 hours for battery life for that one. You also have Bluetooth 5.4, which is, to be honest with you, I normally just see Bluetooth 5.3 in so many devices. I haven't seen Bluetooth 5.4 in many devices, but Soundcore is definitely ahead of the game. They're trying to give you the best connectivity you could possibly get. You do have an IP rating, IP54, so sweat, water resistance. If you're in the gym, doing running, like jogging, things like that, you'll be perfectly fine. And like always, it has that signature sound in the application itself, which I have to say, it allows you to change the equalizer amongst other things, customizing EQs, and of course, updating the actual headset itself. So once you take it out, everything outside of the box, as I rambled on enough, you have the actual earbud tips right here. You have large and small. The mediums are already on the bud. So before you take these outside and start using them, just try the different earbud tips to make sure that it fits your face. Right here, you have the USB-C cable, and on the opposite side, this is considered USB-A. You see it all the time. You may not know what it was called, but it's called USB-A. You can use your own cord if you want to. As long as it's USB-C, you'll be perfectly fine. Excuse me. Now this is the actual headset right here. So as soon as we take this outside of the plastic, this is a nice looking, so that's what they're talking about, where it says this actually has a kickstand. So the earbuds are inside. I'm about to show you that in a second. Right here is the USB-C on the back, so that's good to go. Looks like this little piece right here flips out. Let me try that. Oh, okay. So you're actually able to use this as a kickstand. I guess you would hold it like this and kind of place your phone in the inside so that it'll be sitting on an angle. As a matter of fact, let me grab one of my extra phones so I can show you guys how that is. All right, here we go. This is how it is, where you can actually use it as a kickstand. Let me turn it sideways so you guys can see that in its glory. Yep, so you can use this as a kickstand. Now, what I will say is if you choose to do that, you are going to scratch up the case itself. I'm not too sure if the company sells cases for this, but if they don't, it is what it is. It's going to take some damage over time, but it's an interesting feature. Now, what you're looking for is the earbuds themselves, how big they are, how they look. Here we are. Actually, wow, I'm surprised. I was expecting the stem of the earbuds to be further down here and this to be a little bit longer than what I saw originally, but these are actually pretty small earbuds. Let me just go ahead and take them outside of the case. Here's the case here. It says left and right, so you can see here so you won't be confused of how to put them back inside. When you first purchase these, just so you know, you're going to want to peel these off because that's where the contacts are right here in order to fit in to the actual case itself. And when they place inside, when a white light comes on, it means that the earbud is actually charging when you first place them inside. Now, before I do that, look at this earbud. This is actually really nice looking. I don't feel any buttons. So this part right here is a touch sensor, just in case you were wondering. Normally the application lets you actually customize this. So we'll go over that in a further section moving along. But for right now, this is a very, very small looking earbud. I think it's a really premium design too. I know a lot of people normally say to yourselves, oh, because something costs a certain amount that it may not be premium, but I think this is pretty good. It's really nice looking, a very clean finish, if I say so myself. And I don't think that if you buy these, you'll have a problem putting them inside your ear because they're definitely smaller than a lot of these Soundcore Anker earbuds that I've reviewed on this channel previously. Now, with that being said, I'm going to actually show you guys how to sync them in real time. So the sync process, I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, normally there's two ways to sync a headset. All of them aren't the same, just in case you're wondering. I want to try both ways. Some headsets allow you to just open up the case and the left bud and the right bud will sync to each other, similar to the Beats or other brand headphones. Soundcore also has headphones that do the same thing, but because this is at a lower price point, maybe not this time. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to the settings, and right here, we're going to go ahead and hit the Bluetooth. Now, if nothing pops up, then we're going to go through with the second method, which is take the earbuds outside of the case, let them sync to each other for a couple seconds, and then try again. So far, nothing is popping up as you see. So what I'm going to do is take both earbuds out, as you can see. I'm going to place them down. Let's see, do they have any type of light indicator? Nope, these don't have any type of light indicator, which I think some people will actually like, because that means you can actually use them at work. For women or men that have longer hair, your boss probably isn't going to see these in your ear, so you should be fine in that regard. Now, I gave them enough time. We're going to go ahead and scan again. See what happens. There we go. Soundcore P30i pops up immediately. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is tap that. Now, if you're an Apple user and you tap this, it's going to automatically pair. But most Android devices ask you to press pair at the bottom like you just saw, and then you're pretty much good to go. And as soon as you put them back inside the case, as you can see, they're going to disconnect in a moment. Just give it a second. Come on, guys. Don't make me look crazy. Let me close the case at least. See what happens. They're supposed to disconnect the moment they're inside the case. And for whatever reason, it's still connected. All right, that's a little odd. Let me just try that again. So they did sync. So let me just put them back inside the case one more time. Oh, so it did disconnect. It just took some time to disconnect. So I'm glad I actually did this, because this is my first time actually setting up these headphones for first time use. And the fact that it took that long was a little bit worrisome, but it does disconnect without a problem. So you guys should be good to go if you follow these simple instructions. So let me show you how the Soundcore app works and the application features. Now, normally I would show you how to sync it, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll just walk you through it anyway. When you take these earbuds outside of the case, remember, they're going to automatically connect over here. And when you use the Soundcore application, you have the option to actually sign into the Soundcore app, or you can just skip it and just use the app features as they are. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tap this to connect them. We're good to go. There was actually an update. As soon as you take them outside the box and you download the application, it's going to automatically take you to the update screen. It is optional, but I highly suggest you do that so you can get all the features that the product actually has. So right here, let's start with controls at the bottom. When you click on controls, you have left bud and you have the right bud. You have single taps, double taps, tap 3 times, tap and hold, and that is actually how you change from ambient sound to noise cancellation and things like that if you don't want to go through the actual application itself. And you do have the option to change those. Now, when it comes to the double tap and the tap and hold for phone calls, unfortunately, as you can see here, there's no options to actually change that. Same goes with the left, same goes with the right side. Now, let me show you some of the actual customizable features. So we have single taps right here. You can change the volume up and down, next, previous, pause, play, and you can have it where it doesn't do anything, so you don't have any accidental touches. Double tap, same exact thing, except it gives you the option for a voice assistant as an extra feature and ambient sound, where you can cycle through the type of modes that this actually has. And then right here, triple taps, same thing, voice assistant, ambient mode are the extra features. And lastly, tap and hold. You have, so you have the option for ambient sound, and if you hold that button like they're telling you, hold and tap, you will switch between noise cancellation, transparency, and if you highlight it, normal mode. Now, I personally would do all 3 of them. Some people care about transparency, some don't, but if you have the option to use your earbuds hands-free completely, this will make your life a lot easier than having to pull out your phone and go to the application every time you want to change a feature. So let's go ahead backwards. Now we're going to go to sound effects, which is very important. This right here has 3D sound, which is much bigger sound. If you listen to it, it's kind of hard for me to describe it because I'm not an audiophile type person where I can't exactly give you the best version of that, but I don't want to turn any of this stuff on because we haven't got to the section which is music, which I want you to hear in its original, original sound, no additives, no changing anything, because depending on the type of device that you're using, you may not want to use the application. So I want to give you the best idea of how it sounds. But you do have the option between these equalizers right here. I'm going to click on all of them. Well, at first you have custom EQ. If you go ahead and click on that, you can actually, you need to log in order to change this apparently, but the option is here. Right here you have the default ones, which is signature sound. I'm going to go ahead and click on more. And normally some Soundcore products has 10 equalizers, some have up to 22. It really depends on the product that they make. Now, for reference reasons, remember when I showed you the Beats right here that are $80? No features whatsoever. Quality sound, sure, but there's no features for $80 versus $50, which has a 10-hour battery life, 7 hours with active noise cancellation, and then 35 inside the case. Come on, it's no brainer which one is better for the value, but it does depend on the type of brand that you like. I know there's brand loyalty with certain people. But anywho, you have all these equalizers right here, everything from podcasting to dance, want to skip a couple, Latin, jazz, lounge, tremble booster, so you can boost the bass if you want to. This is for the people. Now, I do want to say this. If you boost the bass in the application, it doesn't matter if you use YouTube, music, Spotify, whatever, streaming applications, the sound's going to go through every single application. It's not just for music, so just keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to go backwards again, and we're going to look at the actual types of modes. Now, when noise reduction is very important, again, I'm going to leave that off for this video, just so you can hear everything in its entirety with the clear microphones or lack of clear microphones, depending on how it is. I haven't done that test yet. But you're going to want to use this if you're a person that is riding in the wind like me. I ride an electric scooter all the time. Outside of the snow, I ride it in the rain, heavy winds, things like that. I try to stay away from SEPTA at all costs. So, you know, I'm just all climate, if you know what I mean. So I need a headset that can actually live up to the things that I do. And so far, Soundcore headsets haven't given me any issue. I haven't exactly taken them outside on a ride yet, but, you know, something tells me it's going to be pretty good. Now, again, right here, you have the noise cancellation, normal mode, transparency. You have the option of actually switching it right now. Now, I want to show you something. If you put one earbud inside of the case, automatically it goes over to normal mode. And when you take it back outside of the case, all of those options, as soon as this connects, I'll just give it a second. It should pop up. There we go. Everything pops right back up. Now, if they ever do an update for this application, you'll just hit this little cogwheel up there, and then you have the option for the fit test, prompt tones, like if you're tapping it, you'll hear tones. This actually has dual connection. So that means that you can actually have this connect through multipoint. I didn't know that. So that's something that I just learned in this video. That's actually pretty cool. So I'll timestamp and let you know that this does actually have multipoint for anyone that's interested in that. That's actually cool. That's very, very helpful. So again, $50 for all these features, $80 for 0 features. You have your find your device. So it'll actually like, I don't think it gives you a GPS location. It'll actually just make a noise. Let me tap that. Continue. There we go. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a beeping noise right now. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and stop that right now. You can change your device name, which is a newer feature apparently. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I guess it doesn't let you change it. It's just letting you know. And you do have the option for the firmware update, which like I said, the moment I open up these, tore the plastic, I did the firmware update automatically because they tend to add features later on after the headset is actually out. So, you know, with that being said, that's all the features for the actual application. It is 100% free. You do not have to sign up for it if you don't want to. And I believe the Soundcore application works for both Apple and, of course, Android products. So this is an Android tablet. So you do have full customization for the most part for those people that really want the quality of sound. So this is a sound profile of how it's going to be if you're speaking to someone with these earbuds. Now, I do want to say that I am currently indoors in a quiet location. So if you hear any echo or anything like that, just keep in mind that this does have 4 mics for quality calls. At least that's what it says on the box. And so far, Soundcore hasn't not delivered on any other products that I really reviewed. I haven't really had anything bad to say about it because even their standard products that are cheaper are very good. So, you know, I bought these for the reduced price on Amazon. And the funny part is I didn't even know it had all the features it had. As I went and reviewed it, I found more about it, which I think is a really cool thing that I did that. Now, I do want to also say that depending on your network strength and where you are, Bluetooth connectivity, that will determine the quality of the microphones when the way the other person hears it. But if you're fine with this quality right here, if you're doing vlogs outside, if you're recording things, having conversations, this is the quality that you're going to get. And if you like them, then hey, it's a good product. So there are a couple things that I need to talk to you about that I kind of forgot, and I used it and I want to just throw that into this review. So you see how it says noise cancellation? You have noise reduction. You also have the option for noise reduction for transparency mode, not so much for normal. So what happens is if you tap this noise cancellation, you hit mode, you can actually customize your adaptive, weak, moderate, and strong ANC levels. I will say that with the ANC for this particular product, it's actually very, very strong in my opinion, where the suction is in your ears similar to like how the Beats Studio Buds feel. Now, I'm not going to say is it necessarily as strong. I'm just telling you the suction. So my wife is watching Empire from the other channel, living room. I can hear it right now. But when I put these in my ear with the ANC, I can't hear anything, and I have mine at the highest level. So just keep that in mind. You want to check this to make sure you have maximum comfort. Now, the second part is multipoint. Remember we talked about that? Where it says dual connections. Let me show you how to get there. When you connect through the application, you'll hit the cogwheel up here. You'll hit dual connections, and then you'll tap connect new device. It will automatically put this in sync mode, even though it's still connected to the current device, and then you can sync a second device. You shouldn't have any problems with that. Just wanted to kind of remind people out there that may have wondered and they couldn't find a tutorial for that. So here you are. So let's talk about music, fit, and fill. Fit and fill is only going to take about 60 seconds, so let's get that out of the way. These headphones are extremely comfortable. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the side so you can see it in the ear. I'm going to turn to this side so you can see it in this ear. They're very small. If you have longer hair, a woman, man with longer hair, you can just wear your hair down and your boss wouldn't even know you had these in your ear, and just play it at a lower octave. That's what I used to do until I got the clip earbuds, which work better for me at work. But in terms of quality of sound, this is leaps and bounds better than the C30i's. But that's not what they're for. So, I'll do a comparison later. So they fit well, they feel good. I don't have any soreness in my ear. If you change to different earbuds, even my wife says that they fit her ear and she has smaller ear holes right here. And, it is what it is. They feel good. They sound good. I have nothing to complain about that. Now, I did have them in my ear for about 4 or 5 hours or so. And again, no soreness. When I played them at a higher octave, like 70, 80%, I did get headaches from them because the bass and the volume is so strong. The 80% on this headset is probably louder than other headsets that you're used to. That's why I say the ANC is a necessary feature, because you can adjust the ANC. And when you block out sound around you, the whole purpose of turning music up louder is so that you don't have to worry about what's around you. But the ANC blocks that out. So you can actually leave these at about 50, 60, 70% maximum with ANC on, and you'll be enveloped in the music. It sounds great. And I'm not even talking about the 3D sound. I'm not even referring to change of the equalizer. I'm just talking about the regular equalizer that it ships with. Now, got that out of the way. This is the parts you're waiting for: music quality. So I think the quality of sound in this headset is phenomenal. And by phenomenal, I mean, I give it about an 8 out of 10. I don't want to say a 10 out of 10 because it is lacking in key areas that I'm going to talk about a little bit later, but it's still a wonderful headset. And 5 being average, 8 for a $50 product, that's good. That sounds really, really good. And to be honest with you, dare I say, they sound better than my Beats Solo Buds, and these are $80 with, again, no features. So let's talk about bass. The bass on this is very, very good. I was playing songs. I played Doom Eternal. The only thing is they fear is you. For anyone that knows that, type that into YouTube and put some earpods or some a decent Bluetooth on and listen to the riffs and everything playing inside the song. This picked up all of that like I was in the studio listening to it. These headphones are really, really good. Now, I will say that they are extremely bass heavy with just the regular sound profile. So if you're a bass booster and you want even more bass, you do have the option of doing that in the equalizer, but I honestly think that this is enough. I normally use it on the regular sound profile. I'll add 3D sound if I want to, or sometimes I don't. It depends on how I feel, but none of that is turned on. This is straight out of the box as is, and I'm telling you, the bass is crazy. I listened to some crunk music, some Little John. I did Deuce Deuce, what's that song called? Crunk Isn't Dead. For the rocker people out there, let me give you the name. I already told you about the Doom Eternal song, but I also did, I keep forgetting the name of this group, but I have them right here. Shoot, what are they called? They have songs, Zombified. Oh, here we go. Falling in Reverse. I did 3 songs for them. One was Popular Monster. The other one was Voices in My Head. I did Zombified. A couple of Tekashi 6ix9ine songs, Kuda, Stupid, and Zaza or something like that. I played some Casanova. What was the Casanova song I played so you guys can understand it? I'm not joking when I say this. I played, it's an Ian and Cree. It's a folder for me and my wife. Hold on one second, guys. Gripped Up, Set Tripping. That's one of my favorite songs from him. I did DJ Khaled, Every Chance I Get. I did some Trippie Redd songs, Doja Cat, Every Chance I Get. I'm sorry, that's not her. Doja Cat is Paint the Town Red, my bad. Mix those titles up. The Trippie Redd songs, 2 of them with Machine Gun Kelly. I don't have the names off top because I have a huge music library and I don't know exactly where to find his name, but you get the point. Juice WRLD. I played a lot of different songs. And again, I didn't change the sound profile. Every single one of them sound really, really good. If I had to put this in terms of quality of sound, I will put this up with the $99 Galaxy Buds, the FEs. I'll put them with the Galaxy Bud 2s. just for sound profile alone and quality of mics. You can't, like, when you go and listen to this video and you listen to each section, even though I'm gloating about this, I'm not getting paid by Soundcore for saying this. I bought this online for $34.99, I believe it was, and the regular price was $50. And when I purchased it, like I said earlier in the video, I think I did, what I'm about to tell you right now, I didn't even know it had all the features. It said like adaptive noise canceling. I didn't know what that was. I know what ANC is, but I didn't know that it actually allows you to change the levels, similar to a Galaxy product. They do that in that app. All for $50. Dude, these are good. I'm replacing my solo buds. I've already replaced my Beats Studio buds. I don't have any more Galaxy buds. I'm not lying to you. I've actually become a Soundcore primary user. Now, I do have some Soundpeats, ain't gonna lie to you. These songs are fire. I love these. But for everything else, I use Soundcore for the most part. I have the C30Is. I have two pairs. I lost a pair, right? Ended up buying the black pair. Boom. This is the white one. Black pair is, oh no, that's not it, but it's close. It's around me. I have the V30Is for over the ears. Dude, I don't play. When I find a company that I like, I'm going to tell the truth about a product. And I don't think that there's anything mainstream, guys, mainstream. I know there's Soundpeats and other brands out there that's just as good as Anker. I'm talking about in stores that you can find that's going to sound better than this for $50. I just don't think it's possible. I don't know what voodoo they're doing. Maybe Soundcore realizes that their customer base are normal people that want affordable products that look nice, that don't break the bank. Thank God. Apple, Samsung, y'all can learn from that. I like it. And I don't have anything bad to say about it, really, outside of, yeah, I mean, the bass might be too much for some people, but you can adjust that with the equalizer in 2 seconds, and then you're good to go. And if you want more bass, you can do that. You have like 22 equalizer settings, roughly. You can do a custom EQ if you want to. You have 3D sound. You have noise, what is it called? You can change the ANC strength in the earbuds if you want to. I keep it at maximum strength all the time. Dude, they are spoiling me with a good product. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, let's go on to the next section, which is basically, is it worth a purchase? Which, I mean, it's pretty obvious it is based on that review I did, but to each their own. Some people don't like them. I love them. So to answer the question whether this is actually worth the asking price, I'm going to go over a couple features again to the person that skipped all that and knows everything already and just wants my opinion. You have 10 hours of battery life in this headset, 7 hours with ANC. The case itself holds 35 hours, which that is not a bad thing. That is much higher than the industry standard. You have 4 microphones, extremely clear microphones. If you listen to the sound profile, the quality of music for this is very, very good. You have tons of equalizer settings that will work for music, podcasts, YouTube, whatever application that you're using, as long as you have this application downloaded. And, you know, just, it's a really, really good headset for that low price of $50. Now, keep in mind, I paid $34 online for it on Amazon. So yeah, this is definitely worth it. I dare say that this is probably better than the Liberty 4s. I had an opportunity to use them, but it's been a while. I didn't actually post a review on that, so I do apologize for that. But the reason I'm saying is because of all the jam-packed features, the fact that it's much more comfortable than that headset, in my opinion. I don't see anything wrong with this. This is a really good headset. Dare I say that these are better than the Soundcore clips. The clips are $69, these are $50. This has jam-packed of features, even though the clips aren't really meant to have all these features because of the way that they are made. And obviously the price is probably going to drop of them over time when that clip design becomes more mainstream, if it ever does. But outside of that, this is probably ideal for, I don't know, 75% of people in terms of price point and quality, what it offers. Now, I do want to say one last thing, and this is not a slight against Beats, but I want to show you the difference between quality versus just shoving anything down your throat. If you look at the Beats right here, this has 18 hours of battery life, right? But that's, the earbuds hold the battery. The case does not hold a charge. It's just meant as a housing case to charge the earbuds when they're inside. Again, 35 hours in the case, 10 in the earbuds, 7 with active noise cancellation. Does this have active noise cancellation? No, it has no features. It has no transparency mode, it has no active ANC mode. It only has normal mode. You can't change anything really except for maybe a button click here and there. It doesn't even have the option to switch out equalizers. This is egregious for $80. And then when you click over here, what do you get? Which I'm going to do a comparison on both of these too, so you guys can hear what it is that I'm talking about in another video. You get everything that Galaxy Buds for the most part have outside of in-ear detection and maybe a couple other features outside of that. 3D sound, everything is here. Obviously, you know which one is the better value, but most people are going to pick the Beats because of branding. They heard of it before. They're Apple users, you know, that type of nonsense, which I understand why you do it. But there are definitely better products out there from companies that you may have never heard of. But Soundcore should be a pretty big name now. It's in Best Buy, it's in Target, it's in Walmart, it's in all the places that a lot of people shop at. Give them a shot. It won't hurt you. If you don't like them, take it back. I think that this is going to be an ideal headset for a lot of people where you won't even want to buy another one. I was actually going to buy another headset to kind of use with my C30Is, but I decided I'm not going to use the Beats anymore. I'm just going to stick to these. What's the point? They have more features. That's just me though. It's just me. But anyway, like and subscribe like always, and I will see y'all in the next video.